Welcome to the Inc. Productivity Tip of the Day. Today's tip: why Starbucks is bucking the trend and hiring more managers. Starbucks was once the coffee king, but the brand has struggled, as shown by its March layoff of 1,100 corporate-level staff and a highly publicized turnaround effort to reverse a drop-off in customer numbers. New CEO Brian Niccol is now trying something unexpected. He's hiring more middle management, at least on the store operations side. Specifically, the company just announced it will be adding at least one dedicated full-time assistant store manager in most company-operated stores in the U.S. starting in the fall. In a blog post announcing the changes, Starbucks explained that only about 20% of its stores have an assistant manager right now, and that person's role tends to be short-term and varies by location. That's all going to change, with the ASM becoming a full-time role in most stores, with each manager reporting directly to the store manager, or coffeehouse leader in Starbucks speak. The ASM role makes sense as the company addresses its in-store operations. They'll help provide consistent leadership support throughout more of the store's operating hours, allowing store managers who typically oversee multi-million-dollar businesses and lead teams of around 18 partners to tackle more strategic tasks. This includes developing talent, creating the Starbucks experience, and building community. The idea is to enable store managers to do more than merely react to the day-to-day. The company's also spinning it as a good move for existing staff members, suggesting that for interested workers, it could be a meaningful first step into coffeehouse leadership. It also aligns with the company's goal of hiring 90% of its retail leadership roles from inside its own ranks. The blog also underlines how important Starbucks views its workers, pointing out it provides equity, 100% tuition coverage for a first bachelor's degree, up to 18 weeks of paid parental leave, and more. This pro-worker terminology stands in bold contrast to some of the company's recent changes to its uniform policy, which riled up store baristas to the point some went on strike. A previous round of strikes affected over 300 stores nationwide on Christmas Eve last year, when members of a workers' union took action over unresolved issues relating to wages, staffing, and schedules. What's more interesting about the new ASM changes are that they come as other big brands, like Amazon and Meta, are taking steps to cull middle-rank managers and workers in an effort to streamline business processes and improve profitability. But from a managerial viewpoint, formalizing the assistant store manager role makes sense. Think of it as a parallel to the way an army works. Sergeants are the mid-level, non-commissioned officers who work directly with troops and military material and act efficiently to get stuff done in response to their commander's orders. This frees up higher-ranking officers from having to worry about day-to-day matters, so they're free to strategize. Starbucks is doing almost exactly the same thing, in hopes that by freeing up store managers' time, they'll be able to lead their stores better and come up with ways to improve profits. Starbucks' move also stands out in an AI-centric era. Other companies are attempting similar efficiency and productivity boosts by using AI to free up staff members' time. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg has been very clear this is his goal when he recently announced a plan to ditch some mid-level coders at his company. But as other AI critics and commentators have pointed out, AI isn't particularly good yet at some of the soft, more psychological human-to-human interactions that certain industries rely on. Entrepreneur Mark Cuban suggested that in an era when agent AIs are taking over some office duties, workers will be out on the road making more face-to-face business connections, creating new job opportunities. And AI-centric fintech company Klarna's CEO Sebastian Siemiatkowski suggested just a few days ago that key jobs like customer service will remain a VIP thing, where human connection is valued more than speaking to an AI. That's all from Inc. for today. This article was written by Kit Eaton. Be sure to check out Inc.com for more expert opinions and analysis from today's business and thought leaders. And come back tomorrow for another tip from Inc.